Well, today, Santa Fe Springs may be best known for its warehouses and industrial jobs, but the city also owns an important architectural landmark. In tonight's Look at This, our Desmond has the story of the Clarke estate.
Well, take a look at this home in Santa Fe Springs. This is the Clarke estate, an historic mansion that looks a lot newer than its age belies, and that's because this home, built in 1921, is the work of an architect who was a father of the modernist building movement, Irving Gill. Most of his most famous works were built in the San Diego area, but according to LAist, this is the largest of his historic homes still left at about 8,000 square feet. He has 12 different buildings on the National Register of Historic Places, including this one, and his dressed-down, no-frills style of building can be felt in most modern buildings still today. He built this home for Chauncey and Marie Rankin Clarke, a wealthy and very civically involved couple in Southern California. Chauncey Clarke made his fortune in alcohol distilling after the Civil War, and when he moved to Arizona, he founded the city of Peoria and found the love of his life, Marie Rankin. After tying the knot, they moved to Southern California in 1904, bouncing around Altadena and Los Angeles, and eventually here to Santa Fe Springs, where they bought 60 acres for their dream estate. The Clarke's biographer says their home would become a showplace of Southern California with its orange trees, bridle paths, and gardens, but that didn't last long. Less than a year after moving into their estate, oil was discovered on and all around their property. It made the Clarkes even wealthier. Santa Fe Springs would actually be one of the country's leaders in oil production in the 1920s, with Chauncey Clarke at the forefront of that. But all the noise and noxious smells associated with an oil boom forced them to leave their beloved home. They left the estate for employees and servants and moved to the Coachella Valley, where they took up date farming and Arabian horse racing. Chauncey passed away in 1926, leaving everything to Marie, and she would end up leading a very productive and fulfilling life. She played a big role with various Southern California charities, was a prominent member of the Democratic Party, and she also was one of the founding mothers of the Ford Amphitheater and my very favorite place in Los Angeles, the Hollywood Bowl. When she died in 1948, she left most of her estate to Claremont College, but this home was left to 3 heirs, one of which would live here into the 1980s. All but 6 of the original 60 acres were sold off. Some of that land would go towards the city's government and swimming complexes. In 1986, the city bought this home and spent $1.5 million to restore it and turn it into an event space. It's become very popular for weddings and corporate meetings and is also open to the public for historic tours. SantaFeSprings.org for more info on one of the oldest modernist homes in the country, the Clarke estate. Taking a look at this from SkyCal, I'm Desmond Shaw.
And I see the event happening right there in the yard, in the lawn. All right, if you'd like Desmond to take a look at something interesting in your neighborhood, write us at lookatthis@cbs.com.